Be quiet. Tonight, got rise. No fear, cause the angels on your side. God's got you moving. Intuition on points. The enemy watches you. Shh. Be quiet. Tonight, got rise. No fear, cause the angels on your side. God's got you moving. Intuition on points. The enemy watches you. Welcome to Be Mean Light. I started off with You Understand. That was my version of You Understand by Juvenile, y'all. I am Danita. This is Be Mean Light. Be Mean stands for bold, enlightened, aware, mature, insightful, nurturing, grateful. Light stands for loving, intelligent, generous, honest, and tactful. Welcome to my channel where I talk about my personal experiences, relate them to song lyrics, and the song lyrics to Bible verses. And let's get into it. The topic of this message, we're going to look at Ezekiel chapter 22, verses 25 through 31. Do you understand they tried to destroy your destiny again? Do you understand they tried to destroy your destiny? And you understand again, it's about Juvenile. Shh, be quiet. Tonight, got rise. No fear, because the angels on your side. God's got you moving. Intuitional points, the enemy watches you. G code, huh? Y'all, God code. G code, what? Do you know what? They always do this in the Cash Money. I'm gonna get like Thug Life. No, I'm just, I'm just joking. Y'all, I really want a girl though. I think I'm gonna get one. I don't know. I love the Lord, but I do like hood things. Does that make sense? I wouldn't say hood. What's hood? Can't really define that. I would say I love the Lord, but I can get a little ratchet. That's better. All right. See, I'm like trying to be more aware and conscious of what I say. Yes, but do you understand they tried to destroy your destiny? Let's get into it. So let's go into my personal experience. Y'all, yesterday, Sundays, I woke up, I was so pissed off. Like when I tell you I was pissed off, but it wasn't like anything that anyone done to me. It was just like a frustrated energy. It was like a angry energy in my spirit. God is saying the wrath is going to be something serious. He's really angry. And here's the thing, Sonny. God is just not angry, because of what your enemies did. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's angry about that, but he's also angry that they just keep still trying. He's like, why are you still, like, have you not learned? So the wrath is really about to get serious. What can you do? Because when the shoe was on the other foot, they took the opportunity to use a distraction to destroy your destiny. But unfortunately, by trying to distract you from your destiny, they have literally distracted themselves from their lives, from connecting within, and they are on their downfall. And it just is what it is. You just have to step back and allow God to work. And you need to get back to a space of remembering why you're here. Gaining one's definition. Your mission. What's your life's purpose? You didn't go through everything you went through. God didn't place you in these situations to test you, to see if you're going to be able to withstand the hate, the nastiness, the bitterness, the projection. He didn't push you through that for you to say, well, I just give up. No, he put you through that as a test. He needed to see if you can handle it. If you're going to be able to handle your destiny. Can you handle your destiny? Are you really ready for it? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect to get to your destiny. But you do have to understand what your flaws are You have to accept them. And you have to figure out how you're going to make a positive picture from a negative. My dad told me that this weekend. He was like, you always turn a negative into a positive. And it's true. You do. You have to look at it from a different perspective. If you constantly walk around thinking that the glass is half empty, the glass is going to be half empty. But when you see that it's half full, it's half full. And there's no need to stress about it. There's no need to worry about when you'll be able to pour in your cup again or when it's going to overflow. Because you know overflow is coming. I was listening to Joel Osteen. Y'all know I like Joel Osteen. Just a progressive forward thinker as far as, being positive, looking on the brighter side of things. Like, really not taking things personally. Because, his thing is like, we can get easily frustrated, bitter, upset, holding grudges by people who left us, disappointed us, doors that closed, jobs, relationships, losing something. And in that, I'm not saying, I always say it's healthy to grieve. You should grieve. But you should also understand that you can grieve, feel your feelings, but don't be there for too long. You got to pick yourself back up. Because God has a destiny lined up for you. Those doors had to close. Those people had to go. It had to be done. Because they were trying to distract you from your destiny. I don't know about you, but I'm not letting anybody get in the way of my destiny. I may not be perfect. I'm still a work in progress, but I accept my flaws. I understand that it takes time to get to the place that I want to be. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. With my health, finances. Giving yourself grace. Understanding that through the process of gaining one's definition, give yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's another thing you can do. You can sit and relive and revisit this situation and say, well, why would I fall for that? Why did I allow this to happen? Why did this happen? What could I have done different? It doesn't matter. It needed to happen. It happened for a reason. It happened because it was preparing you. It was your season of testing. God needed to know how you were going to handle these situations so he can bless you with something bigger, greater, beyond your wildest dreams. Are you ready for your destiny? Now, if you not ready for your destiny and you want to continue to dwell on who hurt you, you want to continue to be angry about it, you want to continue to spew negativity and just put that energy out there. Just remember, you're going to get it back. That negative energy is going to come back. Now, like I told you, I woke up, I was frustrated, I was angry. I did what I needed to do just to get things off my chest, venting out the frustration out. So that way I'm not taking that energy out in the world. Vent, let it out, let it go. God has something more beautiful, something way bigger and better for you. But he needed those doors to close. He has to remove you from that situation because it was a distraction sent to destroy your destiny. The devil is really busy. And sometimes, as I said before, people will take on these unclean spirits, not realizing that it's the devil. That was like, not the devil? What? I just like to do this. I just like to do that. I just like to, and it's like it's okay to have your vices and whatever, but make sure it's appropriate for you. Make sure it's aligned with your greater. Make sure it allows you to connect and be your highest self at all times. See, let me tell you something. They send these distractions in to destroy your destiny because you vibrate so high. You're on such a high frequency. You try to overlook the petty things. You try to be the bigger person in that situation. You treat people with nothing but respect, dignity, honesty. You're trusting. You communicate with them. But these people who are distractions, or even if it's a hobby or an animal, whatever is sitting in your life for a distraction, it's not giving you that in return. But God needed you to see that. He needed you to see that's not what his love is about. That's not what his promise is about. His promise is bigger. I think God low-key was frustrated at you because he's like, why would you do this? Like, do you know who you are? Look at you. Do you know who you are? Why would you even think this was okay for you? Why would you even think that this was good enough? Why are you settling for good enough when I made you more than enough? Talk about it. No, my favorite is not going to settle for good enough when I made them more than enough. Don't allow any more distractions in. If these people, things, whatever come in, or you allow them to distract you from your destiny, and it's not feeding into your purpose, into God's promise for you, you got to cut that off. You got to let it go. You are in a space where you are only bringing in people, opportunities, finances, growth, good health. You're in a space where you're only bringing those things in. You're manifesting these things in. So if they're not adding value, or if it's not adding value, it's got to go. Because it's a distraction sent to destroy your destiny. Let's look at Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 25 through 31. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, so we're looking at the New Living Translation. I don't think I didn't put it on there. So here we go. Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 25 starts as your princes plot conspiracies just as lions stalk their prey. They devour innocent people, seizing treasures and extorting wealth. They make many widows in the land. Your priests have violated my instructions and defiled my holy things. They make no distinction. Sorry, I'm saying distinguish. Something distinguishing is coming in your life. Like, very amazing. Okay. They make no distinction between what is holy and what is not. And they do not teach my people the difference between what is ceremonially clean and unclean. They disregard my Sabbath days so that I am dishonored among them. Your leaders are like wolves who tear apart their victims. They actually destroy people's lives for money, and your prophets cover up for them by announcing false visions and making lying predictions. They say my message is from the sovereign Lord when the Lord hasn't spoke a single word to them. Even common people oppress the poor, rob the needy, and deprive foreigners of justice. I look for someone who might rebuild the wall of righteousness that guards the land. I search for someone to stand in the gap in the wall so I wouldn't have to destroy the land, but I found no one. So now I pour out my fury on them, consuming with the fire of my anger. I will heap on their heads the full penalty for all their sins. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken. Y'all, they were so busy trying to distract you and destroy your life that actually manifested their own downfall. And this is what the enemy doesn't understand about their tactics and what they're doing. Because things happen for so long, they're prolonged for a long time. They think that, it's never going to catch up to them, is they can continue to do it for as long as they want to. But it's like, no. God literally stores this stuff up in a bank, because God is seeing everything that these people do, right? We know that to be true. So he is storing up all of this in a bank. He's just storing it up. Like, all right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He let the devil get away with what he want to get away with for a while. He's like, okay. Okay. Because God gives us free will. Either we're going to come to him or we're going to continue to follow the sheep. And at some point, God is like, all right, I need to send in a reinforcement. You know who that reinforcement is? You. I got to send a reinforcement. I got to figure it out. Go over there. When God gives you missions, God says, go over there, go figure this out. Just shed some light on it. All I need you to do is shed a little light, and I'm going to handle the rest. So you go to a situation, you're not treated fairly. You're being disrespected, abused, lied to, manipulated. But you understand you're there for a greater purpose. You understand that you're there to do the Lord's work. And so right before that moment when God is like, I'm going to wreak havoc in their lives, he's like, all right, I got to pull you out. So you pull out. You're like, what's going on? All these doors close, these opportunities go away. It just seems like your life is changing in an instant. And because you were still healing, you didn't understand the greater purpose in it. But now that you've healed, you understand the greater purpose of it. God needed you to see these people for who they truly were, because your destiny is too big to allow these distractions to destroy it. He has too much in store for you. Your wealth is astronomical. He cannot let anybody destroy it. Your health is top priority. He cannot allow any distractions to destroy your destiny. But it's not going to happen right away. God takes a little time, because he needs the devil to think that he won. He needs the devil to think that. He needs the devil to think, okay, let me let you think that you won. I need you to believe in all the way in your brain, because the devil doesn't have a heart. I need you to really internalize that mentally, that you got away with it. And as soon as he think he's gotten away with something, that's when it comes. That's when the downfall begins. And you made it out. You made it out. Yeah, they disrespected you. Yeah, they neglected you. Yes, you were abused. You were lied to, manipulated, gaslit, deceived, tricked. You were. But look at you. You did not gain one wrinkle. Maybe a few gray hairs. That's about it. You're not sick. They wanted you to be sick and out, down and out. You're not bitter or depressed or upset over what happened. You're happy. You're rejoicing. You found yourself. You're stable. Moving forward. That's what God wants you to do. He just wants you to keep moving forward and trusting him. He needs you to understand that when a closed door happens, If you're doing right in a situation and something closes on you, it was supposed to close because God has something better. When you're doing right, don't ever think God is going to give you a reward of wrong. No, he's not. He always turns everything out for your greater good. It's always your highest self. And what's even more insane about the whole situation is everything you were going through, they thought they were taking your energy, sucking you dry. They thought that they did the most to you. And you literally look back and laugh because you're like, all right. That's what you think? The bounce back for you is real. The resiliency is beautiful. Them couldn't do anything you do. They go through one situation like you, they be on the floor in the corner, balled up and crying. They can't handle your storms. That's why they don't get your blessings. They don't learn a lesson. But you understand what God is trying to teach you. You understand the changes you need to make in your life. So, do you understand that they tried to destroy your destiny? And that's why God had to pull you out. He said, baby, I gotta pull you out. I need you next to me. I can't have you there anymore. But I'm telling you, shh, be quiet. The night God rise. No fear because the angel's on your side. God's got you. Moving. Intuition on point is the enemy watcher. All right? Keep your head up. I'm telling you, you got a date with destiny and it's knocking at your door. And that's Sunny vibes on that. Be like your community, spread love, light, and positivity. Pay it forward with the random act of kindness. Radiate wealth, health, love, confidence, security, peace, joy. Sunny D vibes. And I love you, Sunnies. I am grateful for you. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe. And until the next time, you guys have a great one.